Hello there, I'm Joshua Qualls, and welcome to a segment of For the Love of Cinema. Today's subject, Herbie the Love Bug. Today I'm going to be talking about a subject that you might call a fan theory, because, well, I'm a fan and it's my theory, and I wrote about it a few years ago in a book that I did on Herbie. If any of you interested, it's Herbie, the Myth, the Legend, by me. Let's dive into it. What is my fan theory? Well, it's a theory or more or less a question. And let me state this first, though. I love the Herbie movies. I'm a huge fan. Some of them not as much as others, but I loved Herbie. Herbie was my go-to movie. I love it, especially Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, The Love Bug, Herbie Rides Again. I love Herbie. But as any genre, you can have a theory that you can come up with and question things. I mean, that's the whole point of movies or television shows. And so my question is, was Herbie a killer? Now, I know what you're thinking, like, what is this guy talking about, a killer? Well, to understand Herbie a little more, let's look back at what Tennessee's philosophy was on Herbie. And instead of reading it from my book, I'll show you this clip real quick.
Well, then, if everything that you say about this car is true, it's already starting to happen.
What's starting to happen?
Us human beings, we had a chance to make something out of this world. We blew it. Okay, another kind of a civilization is going to take a turn.
Give me 11 mil wrench, will you?
I'm sitting up on top of this mountain, right?
Right.
I'm surrounded by these gurus and swamis and monks, right?
Right.
I'm looking at my stomach.
Yeah.
I'm knocking back a little rice wine.
Huh?
Got some contemplation going. I see things like they are. I could have told you all this was coming.
What's coming?
Jim, it's happening right under our noses and we can't see it. We take machines and we stuff them with information until they're smarter than we are. Take a car. Most guys spread more love and time and money on a car in a week than they do on their wife and kids in a year. Pretty soon, you know what? The machine starts to think it is somebody. I'm not saying that a mechanical thing, it can't be a friend. Like when I was broke one summer, there was this giant claw machine in the Sutro amusement park. And it would grab cameras and watches and drop them down a hole to me. And I would hock them and buy lunch. You follow me?
Yeah. I think you were up on that mountaintop too long.
Contrary-wise, the traffic light down the street hates my guts. I don't know why, but in the last 6 weeks, I haven't caught anything but a stop signal. And it makes me wait 6 seconds longer than anybody else. I timed it. There's things like that happen to lots of other people, too. But the other people, they don't tell no other people because the other people would say,
Now we understand what Tennessee was saying there in his clip. Now, let's think this over. In this movie universe of this philosophy, that we learn Herbie is alive and other things are alive. I mean, Tennessee talked about how a claw machine would give him stuff so he'd go hawk it for lunch. And he said that the street light makes him wait longer than anybody else. So we know those things are alive. We know Herbie's alive. In Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, we learned that Giselle, the female car, was alive. Herbie Fully Loaded, we learned that that yellow Volkswagen was alive. Herbie Rides Again, we have the trolley car was alive. The I don't even know what that thing was, like a music box. It was alive, but at the end, the climax, you have all those Volkswagens, they come alive. And so, to go into my theory, was Herbie a killer? Well, if Tennessee's theory was true that all these other things were alive, does that mean everything was alive or only certain things came to life? And that's the thing we never had answered. So if these other cars or other things were alive, was Herbie a killer? Now, let's talk about this here. Take the scene from The Love Bug. Herbie was jealous, and he destroyed that car that Jim just bought. Now, that car never reacted, but was it alive? Herbie just tore the heck out of that car. So, was it alive? Was it not? And let's take, for instance, 2 scenes from Herbie Fully Loaded. Now, Herbie, in his defense, I would say he was trying to survive that monster truck from destroying him. But Herbie, he just destroyed that thing. And so the question comes again, was that monster truck alive or was it not? He goes along that car that he's going to have the drag race with. He's got his mirror out, scratching the heck out of that. Now that's a psychopath car there. And then, as I said, we know other items are alive, from trolley cars to music boxes to other cars. So one would assume that planes are alive. Now, if you watch Herbie Goes Bananas, Herbie brutally kills that plane. I mean, we see one of the most mass murders. Now, granted, he's trying to stop those thieves with the gold, but still, is that plane alive? Does Herbie not care about other objects that are alive? It's one of those things. It's like, what?
You think he's gonna try and hijack us?
Anything's possible with that thing.
Get him, Mojo! Stay with him!
Wonder what it's gonna do now.
I don't know.
Well, take off. Come on, take off.
I'm trying!
Right at our tail.
I think he's trying to chew it off. Do we need one?
No, Mojo! Get him! Don't let go of the boy that showed up! Shake him, Mojo! Shake him, man!
I can't take off with all that weight in the tail. Go get it.
Catch it when I raise the tail. Gotcha.
Go for it, Mojo! Now!
Shake it off.
Come on, Mojo! You can't give up now! They're getting away!
He's gonna ram us.
Do something. Why are we going in circles?
Because he broke my tail, that's why.
Now get in front of him! Make him stop!
Get this thing off the ground. We're gonna hit him. Pull up, pull up.
He's stalling.
They're still going, Mojo!
What's the matter?
The throttle jammed open. My wings.
You heard, Ocho? You don't sound so good. Don't quit now. You can do it.
Can you step it up?
I'm hurrying. Don't move your feet forward.
Got it. Got it. Good. You did.
Valencia! I'm so glad you're here. I was the one who called you.
Stay with him. Go, go. He's hurt.
Can't you make this thing go any faster?
The oil pressure's down. I don't want to ruin my plane.
They got the goal.
let's take a look at the scene in Herbie Rides Again. Now, Herbie's refusing to go. He's got Alonzo Hawk stolen him, so he's messing with him. Now, those cops try to tow Herbie away. But with Herbie's shenanigans, those two cars, they hit each other. Now, they obviously weren't destroyed, but still, that's pretty low of this car to do. I mean, if those cars are alive, Herbie's a psychopath. Let's think about this too. Let's look outside the box of the question of along the lines of vehicles or other automotives. Let's think about people. In the scene of the Love Bug, when Jim got punched, Herbie's going to defend him, and if it wasn't for Jim, Tennessee, Carol, and Mr. Wu stopping Herbie was going to kill Thorndike. I mean, that was pretty much clear to me. And then another scene in The Love Bug, which we'll take a look at, was Herbie ever going to let Thorndike out after he swallowed him? I mean, if Carol hadn't opened that glove compartment, how long would Thorndike been in there? And of course, thinking of other cars, what about the scene in Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo? Whenever Herbie does his yodeling, now obviously he's saving Jim and Willie from being killed by those men, but he causes an avalanche, Herbie does, and that car there gets covered in rocks. I mean, was that car alive? Another good question. And then along the lines of people, you had two scenes in Herbie Rides Again where if it wasn't for Mrs. Steinmetz on that scene where Herbie's going through the building and along the edge of the building, if she hadn't threatened Herbie with the whole selling him to a used car man, was he going to just knock Alonzo Hawk off that building? And of course the climax when all the Volkswagens are chasing Alonzo Hawk, if the lawyer character hadn't have said, Herbie, if you don't stop, you won't be invited to the wedding, was Herbie going to kill Alonzo Hawk there? These are the kind of things that, well, they make you wonder. Now, I love Herbie. I always will. It's just a fan thing that I question. Give you something to really think about on this subject matter. And I hope I didn't ruin it for you. It's just really, like I said, just something to think about. And the wise man once said, when you come to the last page in the book, you close the book. Now, if any of you are interested, you can get this book on Amazon. I will have a link in the bottom there. But what do you think? Was Herbie a killer? Was he not? And as always, I love film. And check out my videos. Subscribe. And as always, keep watching something.